Wow. You know what, guys? I just finished. I just finished watching Avatar, The Legend of Korra, season 4, episode 2, and after watching that, I really wish I did a live reaction of this, because there were several instances in this episode where it actually made me shed a few tears because it was just done that well. But nonetheless, let's dive into this right after that intro. Okay. Alright guys, it's your boy Shimigami X, aka Captain X. I'm leader of Squad X, and I'm here today to give you my review of Avatar, The Legend of Korra, Season 4, Episode 2. So this is the final season of Avatar, The Legend of Korra, so I figured I might as well start doing reviews for them whenever I can. So this might not be something that happens every week, but I'm going to do it as often as I possibly can. So nonetheless, let's just dive into things and talk about what happened in this amazing episode of Korra. I really liked this episode for several reasons. One of the things I liked about this episode was the fact that it didn't stay with the same basically time frame. We know it's clear that there's a 3-year time skip, but what it done is it filled in all the blanks between the time skip, so it makes us understand where Korra is now. Because we see that you know, from the very first episode, we see that Korra, like, you know, she's in a ring, she's fighting, she got beat up, she's walking away, but she's in Earth Kingdom clothes, her hair's cut shorter, she looks a little bit taller, so we can clearly see that she's older, but it's just like, the hell has happened? Last time we saw this chick, she was crippled. Alright, so we obviously knew from the last episode and from this episode now that basically she didn't go back to Republic City, she kind of went off on her own. And then you think to yourself, like, why would she go off on her own? But basically, the bottom line of it is that basically the battle that she had with Zahir has mentally scarred her and affected her significantly. Not just in terms of her physical strength, but in terms of her mental capacity as well. Not, I say mental capacity, she's not dumb now, she's not retarded or anything like that. Just basically like, she's hallucinating, she's seeing things, like she's seeing herself in the Avatar state. Which I think that in itself is done very well as well, because what it shows is that Avatar Korra doesn't have access to the Avatar state at the moment. Nor is she as strong as she normally is. And the thing that you need to recognize that is so significant about this with Korra is the fact that Korra is a very prideful person. She's probably one of the most prideful, most independent avatars that we've ever come across. Don't get me wrong, all the avatars were independent in their own right, but when it comes to Korra, that's one of her main personality traits, that she likes to do things on her own. And she's always been like that, and that's been one of the things that have not only helped her in certain instances, but it's also hindered her. It's one of the things that have basically hindered her in terms of a character and in terms of a person as well. So we all know that no matter how powerful you are in this world, you could be the most powerful being in the universe, but there are some things in life that you can't do on your own. We see that in this episode, the Avatar Korra, you see the struggle of her trying to basically be able to walk again, and it was instances like that, it's parts like that that made me tear up in this episode. It's like, you know what, you can see that she's been through so much and she's actually struggling to walk, and the fact that she's getting so frustrated about it's like, you know, it's heartbreaking. It really is. And like, you know, I don't mean to sound like a punk or no, like you know, like kind of soft brother or nothing like that, but it's the truth. It's heartbreaking, and it's just that real. I'm just keeping it 100% real with you guys. You know how I do, 99+1. Anyways, those are the things that like made the episode so great. We also see, like, you know, she tries to meet Tenzin and go like sparring and stuff, you know, because she's recovering, she's getting better. She does firebending, but then when she's in the middle of battle now, she sees, like, you know, images of Zahir diving towards her, and obviously she's terrified of the guy because he basically almost killed her. So it makes her freeze up in battle, and then, you know, she's just not herself. She's been mentally scarred by Zahir. Any like instances that anything that looks like the poison, she goes crazy, and you can't blame her. After everything she's been through, you cannot blame her. So even when she goes to like take down like a couple robbers that normally she'd have no trouble taking care of, like, her reactions aren't as sharp, she's not as powerful as she once was, and you can even tell she's not as proficient with bending as she once was. Like, she is literally a shell of her former self. Anyways guys, let's move on. Coming towards the end of the episode, or during the middle / end of the episode, like basically the final third of the episode, we see that at some point in time, Avatar Korra went to the Tree of Life inside the spirit world to basically try and reconnect with Rava, because she says that, you know, that, oh yeah, she doesn't feel Rava with her. But then here's the thing though, even the spirit said that, you know, they can't sense the spirit of Rava inside Korra, but here's what I find kind of contradicts that, because at the end of the episode, Toph says that, you know what, she recognized her, even though she never met Korra. So like, you recognize me? She's like, yes, in a manner of speaking, because like, you know, she said that we were good friends in your previous life, so she knows that this is the Avatar. It's clear. Because Toph can't see, so she can't go off it by any visual influences. So it's clear that basically the spirit of Rava is still within inside Korra, but either it's laying dormant because it's being mentally suppressed by her because of what she's been through. That's just personally what I believe is the case behind it, because the spirit said that they couldn't sense Rava's spirit, but the fact that Avatar Korra can still bend all 4 elements clearly says that she's still the Avatar, and she still has the spirit of Rava inside her. That the spirit of Rava hasn't died, because the spirit of Rava and Vaatu never actually dies. They just, you know, they reincarnate eventually, because you can't have one without the other. So even if even back in like season 2, if Vaatu did kill Rava, or vice versa, it would come back eventually, obviously within a given period of time. So with all that being said, this episode was a very great episode, because I feel like it depicted the emotion and the struggles that Korra went through so well, to the point where it even made me, your captain, tear up a little bit. And for an episode to be that impactful shows that the development studio behind you know, Korra and the final book of Korra is very talented. The animation was fluid, the artwork was essentially flawless, and me as an animator, for me to be able to say that, hey, that just goes to show that, you know, whoever's doing this clearly knows what they're doing and doing a very, very good job. Anyways, guys, I'm going to keep this review short because it was very impactful, and I don't feel like it's necessary for me to ramble on. I'm going to leave a link to the episode in the description below if I can manage to do that. But anyways, guys, it's your boy Shin Megami X, aka Captain Capitalist. I hope you guys have enjoyed my review of Avatar: The Legend of Korra, Book 4, Episode 2. I'm signing out, and as always, my people, take care and peace. And remember, as I always say, keep it 99 plus 1. You do the math.